This is a little classical piece called Romance. Break this up into two sections. This will be the first section. An extremely good piece for working on the consistency of your right hand. I will break it up into sections, so let's get started. Probably the first thing we need to look at here are the fingers on the right hand. We're playing pretty much third finger, second finger, first finger, going from the E string to the B string to the G string in reverse here. So we start with the third, then the second, and then the first. We're playing a bass note, an E bass note with our thumb when we strike the E note at the top with our first finger. So we create this motion, thumb and third finger, second finger, first finger. A really good idea would be to just practice that motion. I do have my little finger sitting on a B note, which is on the 7th fret, to create the required note that we want, and just simply play through that. Develop that motion because that's basically what you're going to be playing throughout the whole piece. It's in 3/4 time, so it's the first beat of the bar on the 1 that we play our bass note, and the rest of the time we just simply play a triplet through first, second and third. So we get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And what I'm doing with my left hand, starting on the B note with my 4th finger, moving to the 5th fret with my 2nd finger, and moving to the 3rd fret with my 2nd finger. And once again, a tempo. The next group of notes we have are G, F sharp, E, G and B. And at tempo. Let's put sections 1 and 2 together. In the third section of this piece, we're right up on the 12th fret with our 4th finger, and we play that set of triplets 3 times. Moving down from E to D, and then finally C. Put all that together for you. In section 4, we have to half bar the 5th fret. So what we're doing is we're pressing our first finger down over the top 3 strings, which is the G, the B and the E string. My 4th finger is going to be up on the 8th fret, playing the C note, and I'm playing an A bass, so with my thumb, playing the open A string. Now I descend down the notes C, 3rd finger on the B, and then I'm just playing the notes on the, we're using my first finger, so I'm going from the E, the B and the G string. Descending that way and come back again. Don't forget you're playing your open A bass. Now on our fifth section we are going to bar the 7th fret right across. We're going to put our second finger on what is the D sharp note, or if you like on the 8th fret of the G string. I'm going to place my third finger underneath that on the 8th fret of the E string. Now my fourth finger is going to stretch up and play the E flat note, that's on the 11th fret. Again striking my bass note when I play that E flat note. Back to my C note, which is on the 8th fret, once again with that third finger. And that completes the 5th section. Section 6. Bass with my B note, A note, G note, bass again with my G note. It's an E bass each time. The next section, 7, we're into a B7 chord. For those of you that don't know it, second finger on my B note, 2nd fret of the A string, my first finger on the D string, 1st fret, third finger on the A note, which is the G string, 2nd fret, and fourth finger on the F sharp, which is the 1st string, 2nd fret. And I'm going to be using the B as my bass this time, which is on the A string. I play through that once, same right hand. Notice the second time through I move my little finger, my 4th finger, up to the G note from the F sharp and then back to the F sharp from the G. For the final part, we're going to be playing an E chord. And what we're actually doing there is moving our bass part. We still use the same fingers on the right hand, which is our 3rd, 2nd and 1st to play our triplet. But we have our moving bass part going through with our thumb. I'll show you that right hand in a second, but this is what it sounds like. Tempo. Okay, so let's break that down into those sections. Section 1. Section 2. Section 3. Section 4. Section 5. B7 chord. And finally, section 8, our E chord with our moving bass part. Once again, extremely important for you to establish your right hand. We really want to get that to work automatically. We don't want to have to think about that as we're moving through each section. Be patient with it. It's a lovely piece if you can work your way through it, and I'm sure you will.